So for example, if I'm saying rethink and unlearn, a really good example, not for everybody. I know some of you who are joining us this morning, you've got manufacturing facilities, you've had people working in your factories all the time during lockdown. But for many of us, we've had at least some people in our companies who've not been at the office. And here's what we have to rethink and unlearn. What is the office for now? I think that's probably the most important question that most companies can ask at the moment, because we don't want the default setting to just be to go back to the office. So we're all working from home at the moment, and I don't think the future is work from home. Not everybody's enjoying it. Not everybody's got a home that's set up for working from home. I built a green screen studio in a double garage that we had free at home. And that's my new world that I live in. Not everybody's got that opportunity. Not everybody's got that space. Not everybody's got a budget to be able to do that. No, the future is going to be work from anywhere. I don't think we're going back to the office, not in the way we left it, where the default setting is just go to the office. I think we should be asking our questions, under what circumstances will we do our best work? And if the answer to that is go back to the office for certain things, well, then go back to the office. If having certain types of meetings are best done in person in the city center, well, then go to the office. But I think if you ask the question honestly, what is the office for now? You'll discover that it's not what it was. Here's a way to think about it. You remember 9 to 5? I'm just about not bursting into Dolly Parton's famous song 9 to 5, working 9 to 5. It's in my head now, sorry. But you know, that was the old way of thinking. And it wasn't necessarily those exact hours, 5 or 6 days a week, but the concept of we're counting hours. I think we're about to enter a 2-3-2 world. What do I mean by 2-3-2? Well, 2 days at the office, 3 days at home, 2 days weekend. Again, I'm not committed to 2-3-2. It might be 4-2-1. It might be 4-2.5, 1.5, whatever, however the numbers add up. But I think we're going to be looking at times we need to be in the office, times we need to be away from the office. And then I think we're going to go further, because if it doesn't matter where people work, there's an if there. So for some people, it does matter. You do have to go to work. You've got to go to the factory. You're a security guard. You can't do that from home, whatever. But if it doesn't matter where you work, then it also shouldn't matter when you work. Does that make sense? So if you're working from home, why should you be keeping office hours? This is the rethink part and the unlearn part. And then you're reading my title and you're realizing, oh, there's a third step. So if it doesn't matter where you work and we're not working office hours, well, then should we be counting hours at all? And so, you know, Graeme, back to you and your firm, by 2030, there is no doubt in my mind that professional services will not be able to be charging by the hour. When artificial intelligence comes into our world, as it will over the next 10 years, the concept of charging by the hours for lawyers, for accountants, for architects, for engineers is going to be the first thing that gets killed. And we've got to start learning how to measure the value that we add to our clients and charging our clients an agreed price for the value we add. And then we get it done the way we want to get it done. If we use computers to do some of it, if AI is doing some of it, that's irrelevant, right? What does the client care? The client wants an output. Now, we've got to do the same thing in our offices. We shouldn't be counting the number of hours. Do you really think that you've bought hours from your staff? No, you've bought outputs, surely. And yes, there's an agreed amount of hours that people should be giving to work. Probably less than most of us do would be ideal. Not nothing, but you know, the whole work-life balance conversation is going to come back in a big way. We don't have time to get into this now, but I'm happy to come back to this in Q&A if you're interested. Our team's been doing a lot of work on this issue of hybrid teams. That's the word I think for the future of work, is hybrid, where some of your team are working remotely, some of your team are flexible, some of your team are in a physical space, some are not. And it's going to look different for different industries, different businesses, but I think these 5 areas are all important. So this isn't a model of teams or anything. It's just 5 ingredients you need. A sense of belonging, being part of the team. A sense of mastery, knowing what your contribution is and being good at delivering it. A sense of autonomy, that I'm trusted to just get on and do the work, but a sense of generosity, that I'm part of this team, contributing to the team, and that we as a team are contributing to the world, to our clients first, and then society. Beyond that, and underpinning all of it, a sense of purpose, a sense, not me fulfilling the company's purpose, but me finding a place where my life purpose intersects with a whole lot of other people's life's purpose and our company's purpose. My colleague Busle Dlamini and I are working really hard on this. Busle is a global expert in cultural intelligence and organizational design. And we're working really hard at this. So I'm going to give you my contact details later, and you can see some of the stuff we've literally in the last few days put a whole lot of stuff out about this model. It's the future of work, building healthy hybrid teams. And we've got to rethink and unlearn what the office is for. Are you with me now? You know, are you in the room now? and what it is that we need to do.